Welcome to the Research Like a Pro question and answer series. And today, Diana is sharing how to use Google Drive shortcuts for genealogy files. And if you've ever been wondering how to put an image of a document in multiple ancestors folders who are all mentioned in the document, then this is a great tip for you, especially if you use Google Drive. And this is a good solution. And so stay tuned. And this is an excerpt from the Research Like a Pro course, Office Hours. And so Diana is presenting to that group. So I hope you enjoy it.
So first, in thinking about a tip that I could give you on objectives and file organization, I thought of something that we've talked about a little bit here and there, but I don't know that we've really addressed it a lot in office hours. And we really do love Google Drive, Nicole and I do. And I thought it would be fun to just show you a little bit about Google Drive shortcuts if you are using Google Drive to organize your files. So, a really neat thing about the Google Drive shortcuts is that you can add the document to one ancestor's folder, and then you create the shortcut to anybody else in the document. So it will show up in their folders, but it doesn't take up any additional Google Drive space. So you can save that space. And also, I feel like it really goes pretty fast. So it saves you some time and effort in making sure those documents get put in all the people's folders. Nobody wants to duplicate things and take up extra space. So this is what it looks like when you do this. I have my Clemsy Cline Google Drive folder here, and something that I do is when I finish a research project for one of the study groups, then I put all my documents together in that research project, the project document and the report. If it was DNA, I would maybe have a leads chart, different, and then, just anything else that goes along with that project. But I have all the documents separate and I have them organized with the date first so they line up basically as a little timeline here. So what you're seeing here are shortcuts. So this means that I had this 1839 tax list for Clemsy's husband, Henderson. It's the earliest record we have of him anywhere. And of course, she's not named until the census. But rather than, putting that in both of their folders, I just did a shortcut so it appears in the folder, but the document itself is over in Henderson's folder. And so when I go look at that, so if I click into that, then it pulls up the document. There's my beautiful document. And then if I open up the details, it tells me the location is in Henderson Weatherford's folder. And then I own it. I get to see when it was open, created, all that good stuff. So the nice thing is if you have a census and you have like 10 people, 10 children, you want to put the same census in everybody's folder, you could just create the shortcuts. So let me show you how to do it. If this is something that's new to you, you right click on the document. So you open up Google Drive on your browser, and then you right click on the document. It's a little tricky to find it at first. You just have to know what you're doing, and then you select organize, and then you get the arrow out, and then you can add your shortcut. And once you say add shortcut, it will prompt you to select the folder that you want, and then you can select whichever other person you want to add to it. So when I did this with Clemsy, I right clicked on her 1880 census and I wanted to put it in her son's folder as well. Her husband has died by 1880 and all the other children out of the household, but she's with her son Samuel in this census. So then I had to just go scroll to Weatherford, go over and find Samuel, and then I could just say add. So that when I look at Samuel's folder, then I see right there, there is that shortcut, the little arrow saying this is a shortcut, and it's the Clemsy Weatherford Wise census. So that's such a neat little tool, neat little tip. And the way I like to work with my documents is when I'm done with a project, then I will go do all the documents. I will get them all, make sure they're all added to the right folders and shortcuts created. I just take care of all that. I will download the images as I'm working if I remember to. I don't always remember to, but then when the project's done, I will go make sure I have them downloaded in the folders and renamed so that I can see specifically what they are. So that is, just a little tip for you about doing some organizing on your Google Drive.